Hey man, you know what it is, man. It's that You Heard podcast coming at you once again. Hey man, so we're recording Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out
Happy
there,
Mother's
man.
Day. Happy
Thank,
Mother's Day. We appreciate all of y'all.
yeah, man. Obviously couldn't be here without y'all, man. That's just facts. That's just biology right there, man.
Facts. You know, man.
So thank you for everything, man. You know what I'm saying? I spent the day with my mom's yesterday, so it was cool. Just hanging out at the crib, man. What's popping, Joe?
Ain't nothing, man. Today's a little difficult day for me. You know, my mom's ain't here, man. So
Mhm.
everybody who got your moms, everybody who has your mother in your life, please appreciate that, man, and take care of that relationship. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. You know what I mean, rest in peace to your mom's, man. I'm sure she's looking down at you, man. Just proud of the man you become, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Let's get into this intro.
Let's go.
Welcome to the You Heard podcast with your hosts, Ben and Joe. We're here to cover everything related to Miami Hurricanes football, including hot topics to pre and post game analysis.
All right, we'll
yeah,
talk
please.
about it at the end. We'll talk about it at the end.
No. Let's talk about this right now because you completely flipped it on me now. Yeah, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like, I don't
I
appreciate
mean, what are we talking about, son?
I felt.
Keeping it a buck.
You heard?
Hey, man, you know what it is, man. You see the Canes wear a hat, man. This one, I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe. This one fits me a little tight, but I'm gonna make it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make it right.
Yeah, man. Yo, cheers, my brother. Cheers, man.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, man. Before we get started, jumping on the pod, man. Shout out to Locked On Canes having our guy CB on the show, man, holding it down.
Yes, sir. Shout out to
CB,
Dono, man. Shout out to CB.
yeah, man. Shout out Donald's one of those guys, man. He jumped on and chopped it up with us way before we started, you know what I'm saying, climbing up the charts, man. So we appreciate that. Man. He's a real one, man. Came out to the meet and greet. We chopped it up with him.
Yes.
So yeah, man. So shout out to CB, man, repping the pod and just repping himself, man. I told that guy he's got that energy, man, and we wanted to rock with him. So salute to him,
CB, man. Hey, don't forget where you come from, son. You know
son.
what I mean?
Yeah, son. Yeah, son. Like, don't get too big for your britches. You know what I mean? Don't get Nah, man, that's my guy. That's our guy, man.
Yes.
Hey, man, look, before we get into this this portal talk, you know what I'm saying, with the two new additions, we just wanted to chop it up real quick about this Josh shit that's taking over Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to ask you, look, it's different for me, man. Like, I'm coming at it. I don't have any kids, so I don't know that perspective of what that's like, man. So just wanted to get your take, and I'll give my opinion on the back end as a person who's just watching it as a fan.
Yeah, man, it's just an unnecessary thing, man. Like I've told my kids, told Quentin, especially when you're an athlete, just avoid unnecessary attention. You know what I mean? My guy Groove, shout out to Groove, man. He's talking about he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't break any laws. And that's facts. That's facts. I don't believe he's broken any laws from what I could see. Somebody mentioned like brandishing a weapon in the car could be breaking the law. I don't know. But
depending on the state, yeah.
Let's just say he hasn't broken any laws, but we all know when you work for somebody, you know what I mean, you have certain things you have to abide by. You have to act a certain way because you're representing a brand. You're representing $1 billion corporation. So Ja is a major face in a $1 billion corporation. You can't do certain things. It's no different than a news reporter calling somebody a nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they're gonna probably get fired the next day or what have you. So it's the same thing. Ja was already had an issue with that. The gun situation in the club, he already had an issue. So whatever him and the league and the team settled on, that's what was supposed to happen. I'm sure it had something to do with, showing off your gun in public, but I'm sure, so.
Yeah, like, wasn't he trying to fight a kid too? He was trying to fight like a 16-year-old? Yeah.
Yeah. And he's suspended again. Memphis suspended him again, and the league is going to take, I'm sure, more harsh action. And nobody can be mad except for him. You know, you can't be. It's like the Sha'Carri Richardson situation, right? She couldn't go to the Olympics because she tested positive for smoking weed. No, it's not illegal, but for the Olympics, you can't test positive for drugs. I mean, what are we arguing about here? What are we? You know what I mean? What's the confusion? I don't understand.
I think it's just people wanting to take a stance and be the opposition, right? To be like, oh, he's not wrong. But you look at all the viral videos that came out over the last, 3-4 years, right? Of people acting crazy in public. Those people lose their jobs, man. You know what I'm saying? Because be it for whatever reason, they get racist, they get disrespectful, they get violent for whatever. Like they're being assholes. Being an asshole isn't illegal. But when you're being an asshole and that video comes public and your boss sees that, they have the right to fire because you at every point you're representing that company. Because they'll find who you are and all that stuff. So like like doing these just dumb things, right? Like just dumb because it doesn't make sound like just don't be on IG Live. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's as easy as it goes. You don't even just don't go live and go to a shooting range. You could have a gun, cool. Go shoot at the range. Don't be in your car. I remember here in Florida, man, we used to have a law, right? That I don't know if it got taken away or I'm saying rescinded or whatever by state, but it used to be 10-20 life. If you brandished the gun, it was 10. If you shot it was 20. And if you shot somebody, it was life. So that's if he's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it used to be. Like I remember seeing that. I used to go to Heat games. They used to be on the Metro rail, man. 10-20 life and tell you just like that.
Giving you something to think about.
Yeah, man. You don't know where he's at, man. So people are like, oh, he's not breaking any laws. Like, you don't know if that gun is licensed. Like, what did you do? You just saying it is because you think it. Like, I'm saying, like, did you look up his name in the registry? And is there? First of all, so that's a lie because they know registry. Don't nobody know how many guns I got. So you don't even know what you talk about. Yeah, man. It's just dumb, man. And it sucks because Ja's one of the up and coming superstars of the league, man. And maybe it's the pressure, you know what I'm saying? That like of being that next guy when Zion can't keep his weight down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the pressure of that position to be that next guy. So who knows, man? You don't do dumb shit like this without some kind of malfunction somewhere, man. And look, man, and to his pops, yo, man, you 50, bro. Like, let's do something in that house, man.
Pops can't I can't really. I don't know what he's telling his son, you know what I mean? But
right.
Perception. You really don't have no control. You know what I mean? You could tell your son whatever you want to tell him, but they're gonna do what they want to do. You know what I mean? So but I do more than the father, I blame the people in his circle, his boys. You know what I mean? Like your pops may not be able to, you may still be rebelling against your pops or whatever. I'm the one making the money, but your peoples. Like
ruining you.
Yeah, they should be like, yo, come on, nah, we're not doing this. He's the cash cow. Why are you letting the cash cow get in trouble? You don't do that, man.
It's stupid.
You don't do that. Yeah, that's like the Michael Vick situation. Why would you let him take the fall for that?
The perfect example. Yeah, exactly. Somebody else should have taken that bag. Like,
crazy.
Like it's insane to me. But a perfect example of good circle is LeBron, right? Like LeBron is that circle is those are his childhood friends.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think some of them came a little later, was like old, but like that's been his team the whole time. Your circle got to be tight. If you gonna be that, you got to be, man. It's different, man.
And I'm sure he has a person in that circle, multiple people in that circle that'll be like, yeah, nah, you're not doing this. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care, son. You're not doing this. No.
Yeah.
No, so
you gotta have somebody.
What you need, you gotta have.
And that goes to our, you know what I'm saying, to student athletes, man. In total, man, like you gotta have a good people in your circle, man. Like good, positive people. Like and your friends now might not be your friends later because you grow, you move on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just part of life, man. It's wild, man. So look, man. I hope he gets his shit together, but his track record ain't looking good. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, man. All right, we just want to talk about that real quick because it was the topic of the day on Twitter.
Yeah,
Let's get into this.
All right,
let's get into these transfers, man. Listen, man. I'm gonna put you on the spot right here, man. You were in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? You heard group chat. You were saying, yo, you were starting to tell lies. You were starting to get hype. You can act like you weren't because you want to be the calm one. No. You can act like you were because I know I'm the mature one because I'm so much older and I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm the big brother of the pod.
Throwing that out there, son. We would have been in the same high school class. You know what I mean?
No, you would have graduated.
We walked in the same halls though, son.
I mean, look, man, you were starting to tell lies. It's cool. Listen, so was I. But what you think about these transfers, man? The wide receiver, we got two. I don't know if I want to say big time wide receivers because I don't want to like hype it up, and then they're like, you know what I'm saying, something happens, and then you can people open it up to. Oh, I thought you heard said. So we got two wide receivers, man, Shamar Kirk and Tyler Harrell. What do you think about these young men coming to the U, man?
I think you said it right then, you know, big time wide receivers. Nah, I don't think they're in the name sense or the 24/7 sense, you know, the 5-star wide receiver transfer portal. Nah, but I think they're what we need. The down the field speed, the receivers who can open up the field. You know what I mean? Yep. They can open up the middle of the field for Kobe Young. They can open up, you know, the middle of the field for Jacoby George. You know what I mean? They could take a bubble screen 90 yards for a touchdown. You know, so they're those type of guys, man. You know, Tyler Harrell, by all accounts, has a clean bill of health. You know, we saw what he can do at Louisville. Of course, we didn't get to see him at Bama, but Nick Saban wanted him. You know, Nick Saban saw what was going on. Shamar Kirk is another cat. He was highly sought after. It's not like he's a cat a steal like a Kobe Young. Kobe Young was a steal. He was under the radar. Nobody, you know, was really feeling or, you know, after him like that. Shamar Kirk is well known. Everybody saw the video. We saw the video. You know, explosive, man. Tough, catches the ball, catches that ball and gets out. Has the wiggles, has the speed, man. He'll go up and get it. I love it. I love it. Anthony Campbell, big body, man. 6'7", 305. He was talking about the receivers, though. So go ahead. We'll get into
we'll get into Anthony Campbell in a minute, man. Because that's the one that I'm semi-hyped about for a later date type of situation. Tyler Harrell, man, I watched his highlight tapes at Louisville. Yeah, I think it was like 24 catches for like 690 yards. Had like a 95-yard touchdown reception. Like his stride is crazy. Definitely like track speed type guy. Takes the top off. I want to give credit to CB, man. Like there's times, that's why I listen to the other pods. Like there's times when I hadn't thought of it that way, and I'm sure you had though. Like when you have somebody who could take the top off of defense, you can't have that safety, that other safety in the box. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to open up running lanes. You know what I'm saying? Shamar Kirk, I like a Shamar Kirk. I wouldn't mind a situation where it's Tyler Harrell, Shamar Kirk in the slot. I know he can play the outside, and Kobe Young on the other side, or Jacoby George, and then having the Ray Josephs and the Robbies watching behind the Shamar Kirk. You know what I'm saying?
Son,
like, Shamar Kirk.
I was already thinking of 5 receiver sets. When these two committed, I'm like, yo, you got so many different options, man. You know what I mean? And
that's one thing we haven't had, man. It's what we always talk about, right? Like, yes, there's talent at Miami, but there's no talent at the depth, right? Like, you get past that first line, it gets real thin, right? Like, it gets real thin, like where freshmen gotta be. So you let those young guys. Let's say you put in like a Ray in that third quarter when that secondary is already tired because they've been chasing Tyler and Shamar around. Then Robbie's, you know what I'm saying? Robbie comes in or Ray, and then they're fresh. And they're like, yo, man, you thought you saw speed before? Son, like it's I know, man. Listen, man, like that's what's getting me excited. The variety, right? Like the fact that we have more choices and more options that are quality. That's one thing we haven't had. Now look, we haven't seen them on the field. We've only seen the highlight tape, so we're reacting to the tape.
Sure.
But we have an offensive coordinator who knows how to spread the ball around. We've broken down the stats in previous podcasts.
Yep.
He knows what he's getting, and he wanted these two, right? Because it ain't just Mario pitching in there. You know what I'm saying? Like Dawson's in that room too, man. On those texts too. So that's what's got me excited. It excites me for the running game, which we missed the AJ Allen. I'm saying that was on the last part. AJ Allen. I like that pickup. Him coming in too, because it takes a little bit off the pressure off Don Chaney, right? But it puts in the sense that like he could take his time to get back and get himself fully right, and a Trevante Citizen as well. But it gives the running game a little bit of variety too, man. Son, 5 wide receiver sets, bubble screens, just so many. Like I'm trying as I'm talking to you, I'm trying to not just start telling lies, man.
But listen, that this begs the question, right? Like, so I talked about why it seems like we've been programmed or conditioned to accept 7-8 wins being okay. You know, so now with this, and by all accounts, we're not really done in the portal. You know what I mean? I think there's a few more additions that could be added in the portal, right? So you've addressed the depth issue for the most part. I still would like maybe one more D tackle. Let's go linebacker. I think you have good depth there. And we got Chase Smith coming back. I think we have good depth there. The secondary, I think we got good depth there. That was addressed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
the
very much so.
Definitely edge rushers. We're good there. Receivers now good. Quarterback, O-line. Yo, we have depth all the way around. So tell me, everybody's healthy. We have a few injuries that we can't avoid injuries. Injuries can't be avoided.
Right.
A few injuries here and there, but for the most part, everybody's healthy. What's the excuse for not winning at least 9 games?
It would have to be performances, right? Like it would have to be like it would have to be Tyler, Middle Tennessee State energy.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like it would have to be like right now, like the depth is there and it's growing in this building. You saw who we had in the building this past weekend, right? It's hard for me not to see 9 wins, which we're gonna get into that later on in the show. Right. It's hard for me to see that because of who we're playing, and just hope there's better leaders in that room, man. Gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's gotta be. Like right now is like you see the level of competition is up. We can't have people folding and sulking in the corner like, man, I thought it was my turn now. Why is it in my turn? No. We don't need that fucking energy in this building. I think that's been an issue that people don't like to talk about. Like, oh, they're just football players. No, man, they have emotions. They're human beings. They might not like somebody on the team that's beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, who fucking knows what's going on in that locker room? Yeah. I hope that type of energy is out of that room. That's honestly the only thing, man. And also with the coaches. Like, hope that energy isn't with the coaches, and now they seem to be more unified. They seem to have their shit together a little bit better, right? They seem to have. You see them in the pictures, man. I don't think anybody's that good of an actor because it'd be hard for me to smile with people I don't like in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy's energy.
It happens all the time, son. It happens all the time.
Yeah, man. That's just not how I could do it. So
not me either.
That's the only way. That's why me and you get along so well. That's the only thing that it would have to be. That energy and mentality is still in the building somehow and hasn't been removed. I don't know how it's not 9 wins.
I don't know either, but we'll discuss. Yes. So Anthony Campbell, what did you think of the film, the short film? Because he doesn't have a big body of work. Let's keep it a buck.
He doesn't.
They keep showing the film against Texas. You know,
which
he beat a double team and got a sack, and they keep showing that. But what do you think of that?
So this is how I looked at it. I did watch that film. What the one play that stood out, it wasn't throwing the offensive lineman to the side like he was trying to fight. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that one. It was this pursuit when that guy broke the run that and he chased him downfield. We're like, how many times have we seen? Listen, that's Louisiana Monroe. It's not like you're expected to win that game, right? Like you're not expected to ball out. Let's keep it all the way a buck. So he was like, "Nah, man, I'm gonna show you my effort anyway." In spite of that, like he could have folded against Texas, but he showed up. So the size is impressive. So on 6'7", you put in a 6'7" D tackle, you put him in the middle, you put him just him having his hands up is going to cause a lot of issues for a lot of quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? He might not get to the guy, but his wingspan, I'm assuming his wingspan is probably around 7 feet because your wingspan is always a little longer than your body. Yeah. So that's the part that, but with him, man, him being a JUCO guy, right? Because he went to Louisiana Monroe, then went JUCO, then came here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he had that move. Yeah, so he goes from there. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. I think it's going to be a Kobe Young situation, right? Like maybe around like the 4th or 5th game, he's had some more practices in. It's hard to like ask him to be like that next D tackle in. maybe he balls on. I'm completely wrong. That next D tackle in with just fall practice. So he'll need that fall practice and that month leading up to it. So probably around the 4th or 5th game, he'd be like, yo, why the fuck haven't we been playing him? Because he needed time to acclimate, get his body right. The same way we felt about Kobe Young. Like, you had Kobe Young the whole time, and you've been throwing out. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to disrespect anybody.
Well, do we know, does he have 3 years left? How many years does he have? Do we know?
Let me do some research. Probably around 2. Let me look it up. Yeah, man, it's his size though is impressive, man. Is impressive.
Yeah, he's still raw, you know.
Yeah.
People talk about getting, I guess, projects or developmental players. I don't have a problem with it. Like,
nope.
You can mold those players how you want to mold them. You know what I mean? They haven't been really instilled with too many bad habits yet. You know, so when you get them in their projects and they haven't played football for a long time, they don't have the thought process of, I know what I'm doing. I know what the hell I'm doing. You know, you don't got to tell me I've been doing this for 10 years, blah, 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 blah. They're ready and eager to learn and get better. I don't have a problem with that at all, man. Developmental guys.
So he grew up in Kingston, Jamaica, moved to Bartow, right around, not too far from where I live, at age 14, and has 2 years of eligibility remaining.
Okay.
So he probably just started playing football in high school. I don't know what the Jamaican football scene is like. I'm assuming they play, European football, not American football. So he's got 2 years left, which I like. I don't mind that because
listen, next year our D tackle depth really takes a hit, son.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. J.A. Chase is gone. Leonard Taylor,
right?
most likely gone.
Leonard Taylor's gone.
Yeah, son.
Yeah. That's why the people we had in the building this past weekend is so important.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I'm sure that's
yeah, that's absolutely the sell. There's you know what I'm saying? Like there's some guys that we're leading for that some we're not, but it's a long way to go, man. It's May. But yeah, man, I like the Anthony Campbell move, especially with the 2 years of eligibility. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what he got, man. But again, like I think he gets in there summer A or summer B, depending on when his JUCO school lets him out. Hopefully, it's the early one so you can get in the training room already and see what he got, man. But man, Shamar Kirk and Tyler Harrell, welcome to the U, man. Anthony Campbell, welcome to the U. We're gonna keep rocking, man. Rocking with you. We'll be in the building, man.
You know, we gotta talk to y'all, man. Let's get on the show, man. Come through.
Yeah, let's see what's popping, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll answer that a good old Marvel question, man. Y'all know how we do. Yeah, man, I'm excited though, man. I don't understand how 9 games isn't a possibility, man, if we're keeping it all the way a buck.
All
right. So let's do this overview for the season, man. I know we got like 1 or 2 roster spots left or scholarship spots left for the Canes, man. I think we're like at 83 or 84, 82 or 83. depending if some other people got moved or whatever. But what are your thoughts on this upcoming season, man? Early,
All right, so,
the way too early projection.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
our win
definitely,
loss.
definitely not a win-loss prediction. Not right now.
No.
Definitely not. Just overall, again, when we talk about overhauls, that's what everyone's talking about, right? We need to gut the program. And now in 2023, it's easier to do that quickly.
Yep.
Would you at the transfer portal? I'm not sure of the number, but how many people have we lost so far? Probably.
Since last year,
20,
probably around 50. This offseason was like since last year it was like 50. With this offseason, I think it was like
20, 30, 20 something.
Almost like 31, 32.
Okay, so that's an overhaul, right? That's a flip of the roster to me, in my opinion, right? So you got probably the majority of the people that you want, that fit your mentality as a staff, as a head coach. You've gotten in the building the people who fit your mentality, and the people who are still there obviously are making the mentality change. They want to be down with the culture. They want to be. They want to win. They want to do something different. So you got your people in the building now. Your people are still there. Yes, there's still people that are left over, but they're really, they're with you. They riding with you. So, in my opinion, I'm not saying the overhaul is done. You still definitely have to continue to build, continue to stack talent. But, okay, there goes the schedule.
I'll try them.
For the ACC, my guy. For the ACC, we say that, and we have to talk about that. Like, we have to emphasize that. We're in the ACC. I'm not saying it's the weakest conference, but it's certainly not the strongest. So other than Clemson and North Carolina, which is debatable, we have the most talent, man. It's not even a question.
No, it's not a question.
It's not a question.
Not at all.
So if coached correctly, if brought in, we should be at least a top 2, top 3 team in this conference every season. Starting with 2023. I'm not saying next year it should happen next year. No. Starting with 2023, we should finish in the top 3.
Now I'm with you.
Take a look at this.
Look at that.
September 1st.
Miami of Ohio, Texas A&M, Bethune-Cookman, Temple, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, which I'm going to be at. Shout out to me driving up. Clemson, Virginia, North Carolina State, which I might fuck around. And find out.
At North Carolina State is a tough game.
Yeah, at North Carolina State is a tough game, and then at Florida State,
at Tallahassee,
at Florida State, yeah, and then you got Louisville.
I think that's going to be a tough game too.
That is going to be a recruit heavy game because Louisville is going to have a lot of South Florida guys in that building to try to show them. You know what I mean? That's going to be a competitive game. It's going to be one of those beyond the lines type of games. You know what I mean? Like where Louisville's trying to get a lot of guys, they try to recruit South Florida heavy. So that's another thing to look at, man. Then you end the season at Boston College. Not a fan of Boston College.
I don't know why they did us dirty like that.
That's just disrespectful. Then I hate that Friday after Thanksgiving game. I hate
after
that game.
Thanksgiving in the cold in Boston, just filthy.
Oh, just trash. It's just a trash game. I hate that game. Like, look, we're as y'all know, man. Going forward, we're gonna break down each game, give you all the stats and returning starters and that whole 9 with the upcoming teams.
Yep.
But you look at the schedule right now. Who are the three? What are your trap games? And what are your games that you're like, yo, okay, we got to handle business there?
3 losses. Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we lose to Texas A&M, man. I just don't.
They're in a lot of turmoil right now.
Yeah, and last year when we were at our worst, we should have beat them.
Yeah.
They have a better offensive coordinator now. But I don't like the
right?
guy.
Bobby Petrino.
Yeah.
And they hired Bobby Petrino.
Better offensive coordinator, but I do not like what they have at quarterback. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's a win, man. I think at North Carolina's a win too, man. I feel like it's gonna be.
They got that quarterback.
State. I feel like NC State. And I'll go Clemson, North Carolina, and NC State.
Are you saying it would be Florida State?
Yes.
Yeah, I want you on that one.
Yeah.
I'm the one that worries me. So I think A&M, I give you that one. Obviously, once we look at more into like the breakdown of it, we, you know what I'm saying, reserve the right to change our mind.
Yeah.
But I think that Virginia game is I'm not saying Virginia's a good team in any way. I think they were like ranked 4, but I think that Virginia game right after Clemson to me would be a statement to see where this mentality of this team is,
depending on the outcome of the Clemson game.
Right, because how many times have we seen a loss roll over?
Yeah,
right. Like that Virginia game. Virginia's not a good football team. No, just they're not. Like on every ACC ranking, they're ranked last, and that's just what, you know what I'm saying. Like that's what it is. Consensus last in the ACC. So, the Virginia game could be a little tricky. Just that Virginia game, I'm looking at really to see the mentality of our team, to see where we at. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're gonna keep letting that same shit happen that we let happen for the last 20 plus years, or we're like, no, that's not happening anymore. And Cam Kitchen's like, yo, let's shut that shit down right now. Akeem Mesidor like, yo, this ain't happening again. Yeah. So yeah, man, that Virginia game. So I'll give you. I go Clemson. So starting the season, 6-0? I go Clemson. North Carolina to me is a toss-up. And that Boston College game, man.
I don't like that game either, man.
I don't like that game, bro. I do not like that game. That game, because listen, man, I hate Boston. So it's just Boston, like it reminds me too much of that Pitt game in 2017. You know what I'm saying? Like right after Thanksgiving, I remember I was at my in-laws' house, man, and watching that game, I couldn't believe we were losing. Not only losing, we were getting tossed around.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that Boston game. I don't think Florida State, like, look, it could be my Miami bias, and I will own that shit to the day I die because I'm biased as fuck again. Like, I saw Florida State last year. I didn't like their running back's nice, you know what I mean? The kid they got from Oregon, but to me, just they're not that. You can't have one kind of okay season and start thinking you the champs. Like get the fuck, like you not that. You not him. You not them, man. You are not. You can't be losing your entire roster to Colorado talking about you. Like nobody leaves a potential national championship game or team, if that's what you think you are, to a 1-10 team. That doesn't happen. I don't give a fuck how much the NIL is. That's insane. So man, I can't. Yeah, that Florida State is. I think they're in for. I think they're gonna be mad. I think we're gonna see those lonely white kids in that stupid garnet and gold when they like put the sprinkles on themselves and shit. That glitter, looking real upset.
I don't like how late that game is. Like, I wish it was more in the middle of the season. Like, move the Georgia Tech game down or something, man. Or
it should be flipped. Yeah,
something. You know, I don't like how late that game is, man.
It's really late in the season.
Yeah.
But you know what though? Like it could be a statement game for us.
It
Because
could
let's say
be.
Florida State feeling themselves and they in that talk, and then Miami comes in there, we're like, oh, y'all think y'all something?
Yeah.
Let me show you what these young guns about to do to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't see that one, man. Yeah. That Boston College game though.
Yeah.
I do not like that
Nothing
game
good
at all.
has happened the day after Thanksgiving. I think my son's 2 playoff losses in high school were the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's just not a good time.
My
Son, you're
God.
not into it. It doesn't
Yeah,
like you shouldn't.
man.
You're not. You gotta end. Football should end before, like not before Thanksgiving, but like that should be like a bye week because
Yeah.
that ain't nobody feeling that shit. You ate all that turkey, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
man.
and all that shit. You got the man. Fuck out of here. Nah, it's a trash game, man.
Yeah.
It's a trash game for that one, man. That shit don't even count. Yeah, I don't like that Boston College game though. We'll get into it more later, man, with the whole breakdown of each team and returning starters and shit. But yeah, man, it's wilding. It's wilding out here, man. All right, let's get into this Caneswear ad, man.
Welcome to Caneswear. Family owned and operated since 2010. Caneswear has all latest merchandise for the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Inter Miami Soccer, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of I-595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Hey, man, you see it, man. We always dawned out in it, man. Obviously, you guys know, big ass head over here. Can't wear the hat, so it sits right there on my shelf, man. Shout out to Joe that can. That's just not something I could do.
No hair.
Hey, man.
No hair, don't
Caneswear.
care.
Yeah, man. It's a different situation over here. You know what I mean? Mop top out here. Hey, man. Caneswear is the family, man. We appreciate them so much rocking with us, man. Look, man, we passed 800 subscribers. You know what I mean? We jumping off with it. Yeah. Yo, shout out to that, man. We got I think 817 right now.
Yes.
813. So we
still
climbing,
still
man.
the goal. We still, still searching for that goal. 1,000 by September. 1,000 by September.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, man, y'all know last week's keyword, last episode's keyword was entitlement. Shout out to one of our winners, man. We had to give it to Brick by Brick, man. I got 505 Kanye on Twitter.
Yep.
There was good comments on it, man. Shout out to Ricardo Ranger, letting us know that this episode went hard, best one yet. You guys definitely are my go-to Canes podcast. Shout out to you, my guy, man. Appreciate you, man. Our guy IMAX. Another great show, fellas. Great topic and discussion. Entitlement is a problem in society today as a whole. That's big facts.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? There was a guy that got you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm saying your name wrong, man. I apologize. It's either Lewis or Louise. I don't know. It's Louise. Miami is way better than Knicks. Knicks have one title. Don't compare. I was talking about the bitter fans that feel like we're entitled to something, man. Like the Knicks fan were coming off a title. That's all that was, man. Okay. Obviously, it's not a comparison. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I got Brick by Brick, man. Next episode we'll give away a $25 gift card for the 800 subscribers. You know what I mean? So what you got today for a keyword, my guy?
Oh man. Shit.
That can't be it. That's a lot of cut. I don't think you could cuss like that on YouTube.
I don't know, man.
Madden, you gonna bust
Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk.
Yes, sir. Captain Kirk, man. Hey, man, what do you think about? I don't know if I asked you this before. What do you think about all the coaches like throwing out the bad signals and the gifts and all that stuff, man? What you think about that?
That's what they've been doing, man. I don't have a problem with it, man. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what we've been doing. I don't have a problem with it, man. It gets people excited. It has a negative and a positive effect. If the announcement doesn't come within that day, fans get a little agitated, but I don't have a problem with it. It's fine.
Did you watch Did you happen to watch the really college commitment of Shamar Kirk that he did at the taking off his cap and gown?
Yeah, I saw a little video of it. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I thought that was dope, man. That's exactly what I wanted. I was like, yo, that moment, that young man's gonna want that moment. You know what I'm saying? Immortalized. So they gotta put it out there, man. So I was glad they did that.
I'm gonna try to get my son to do that. I think, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I hit up Brad. I was like, yo, man, like, yeah. I hit up Brad. I was like, yo, man, they gotta put a video out or something. And, I'm glad they did. So that's dope, man. Yeah, man. We gotta get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Mother's Day. You got anything for the fam?
I'm sorry?
You got anything for the fam?
Nope. Nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing else. I got nothing. I got nothing, man.
Nah, man. Yeah, we gonna keep going, man. Hopefully, we keep the recruiting momentum going, man. I wish I was at the pool party. You know, Coach Cristobal, we could have got an invite. You know, you could have hit us up, you know, for the invite. But, you know.
Yeah, ain't no belly flops over here.
You know,
ain't no belly flops over here, man. You know what I mean?
Could have gotten the pool and all that. Good food. I wonder if he gotta ask his wife. You know, you gotta ask the wife. I wonder if he gotta ask the wife, like, yo, man, I'm gonna have some people over. Do you mind? You know?
No. Listen, fam. Listen. Growing up in a Hispanic household, ain't no way you having people over without letting, you know what I'm saying? The head of household know. Yeah. The house gotta be right. Ain't nobody coming in that house if it's a little messy. No. That was planned, son. That wasn't like that. That wasn't like he texted her from the office like, hey, I'm having some friends over. No. That was weeks in advance because had to get the catering, you know what I'm saying? Had to get all the food ready. No, that was son. Listen, man, ain't no Cuban house ever just been on a whim party. Ever.
I'm glad he got the pool, man, because I feel like the last coach's house we went to, they ain't had no pool. You know what I mean? They ain't had no pool back there. You know what I mean?
I see what you're doing there. Yeah, no. And the one before.
They had no pool. Oh, yeah, it was just fun. Yeah, there wasn't no pool. There was a trampoline for the kids, you know what I mean? But there wasn't no pool.
Nah, son, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Nah, son, don't. Right, hey man, when you plan better, you do better. You know what I mean? When you plan better, you do better. Hey, and I bet money he was talking to the recruits too. You know what I mean? A little different.
You know, it was just for us. You know, it was just for the parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, but he ain't saying much. He ain't saying much though.
You know.
Hey man, you know what it is, man. It's that You Heard podcast. Hey man, remember we only giving away one gift card if you hit us with the keyword. Leave comments and reviews, man. Hit us up 5 stars on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Leave your comments and reviews on Apple Podcasts. Wherever you find your podcast, that's where we at, man. All right, man. I got nothing else, fam. You good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All
right, guys. Peace, man.
Y'all Wednesday,
You Heard podcast. We'll be back, man. We ain't stopping.